one more shot, 'cause I feel like you're up to something. Fuck that, you're up to something.
I don't even know what to say. I cannot believe that I own this car. Thank you to Showcon Visuals. His stuff is linked in the description below. He made that quick little edit for me. It looks amazing, and this is my car. This is my new car. This is crazy. So if you see the banner in my channel, you'll know that I used to have a 350Z that ended up getting totaled. I got T-boned. So this is the new replacement. And I know I was gonna do some more bike content. I do have a lot of videos I can make for the motorcycle. However, I don't have anything that can edit it because it's all 4K and my laptop can't handle it. So I'm in the process of getting a PC, but whatever. So now I'm just filming on my iPhone. Anyway, come take a look at my new car. This is my 1975 Datsun 280Z. I purchased it up in Idaho in Teton Valley. It has been, for the most part, fully restored. It's been repainted. A lot of the interior has been touched up. I'll talk about that in a moment. It is the original L28 inline 6, and the odometer says it has 31,000 miles. However, the odometers only go up to 5 digits. So it could be 31, it could be 131, could be 231. One thing that I heard that you can do is check the foot pedals, and you can see the wear on them. And that doesn't really look like 31,000 mile wear. If those are the original pedals, maybe. I don't know. It might be 131. Who knows? Let's just say 31,000 because that sounds better. But truthfully, I have no idea. It still has the stock rear 5-mile-an-hour bumper. I think the lip was, I don't know if the lip is stock actually. But the front bumper has been converted to a 240 bumper. It was fitted, honestly, pretty poorly. It's scratching up the paint there and there. It was mounted on these little tiny thingies right there, and they connect to the frame. But I will do the rear end conversion at some point, and also it is extremely dirty. I don't even want to touch it. Anyway, been repainted in this beautiful purple. The sidelines, the 280Z yellow lines are also paint. Unfortunately, I really don't like those, and I would just keep it as it is if it didn't have the yellow on it. But unfortunately, I hate the yellow. I don't know why. It's not for me. So I'm gonna keep the paint because this was a family car, and it has a little bit of a like sentimental value to me. So I'm gonna keep the original paint, but I am gonna wrap over it, and I think I want to do a lavender color. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me tell you what's wrong with it. Left blinker don't work on the rear or the front. That needs to be addressed. I will do an LED conversion at some point. The window regulator on the passenger side is bent, which is what we are going to be working on today. I do have the panel and everything for it. I just took it apart to take a look at it, and it is broken, I think. So hopefully we got the right part for it. The AC little vent behind there has been chewed through by mice. So I took it apart, and I'm going to just duct tape it up for now, and then remount that little glove compartment. Steering wheel's been replaced. It's ugly. It was this nasty yellow that's been wrapped in this nasty leather, so that's gonna get changed. The dash, I thought it was original dash, but it's not. This is the original dash. This is aftermarket dash that has been like glued, literally like super glued to it. So I mean, it looks all right. There's a little crack up in the front. You might be able to see it better from this side, but that kind of surprised me when I saw it, because this is an aftermarket dash, and the aftermarket dash is cracked, I think. I don't know, unless that's how they install them. They just like, oh, there's a crack there too. I don't think it's stock. Anyway, let's pop the hood for you. There we are. So this car was originally fuel injected. It has been converted to carbureted. It has a Edelbrock Racing carb on it. It has a semi-aggressive cam in it. It sounds insane. It is currently leaking coolant and currently leaking some kind of oil from the front of the bell housing. I'm not sure if it's trans fluid or if it's motor oil. The motor oil is really clean, but it's coming out really dirty on the bottom. So I don't know if it's trans fluid, but it's not red either. So I truthfully have no idea. Might be a rear main seal. Hold up a moment. It looks like, do you see that? It looks like the head is also leaking. Or not the head, the valve cover. That should be an easy fix though. But I did get a transmission seal kit, and then I also got a new rear main seal. And then it also just could be this weird little seal slash plate that's on the front of the bell housing. I have no idea. That will be replaced soon. I'm just waiting on parts. But today we have the new window regulator. Hopefully that is the right part that we're gonna try and get installed, because the window doesn't work, and that's kind of important. Also, stuff that needs to be done ASAP is new mirrors, because they don't do anything. This one is probably a little worse. Yeah, so I got no mirrors. So I'm gonna get new mirrors for it, and alignment needs to be done. The seals need to be addressed, the leak, and what else? There's no AC. I would like to do, I don't think it has AC. I would like to get an AC kit so that I can drive this as like more of a daily. This car sat for a really long time. So it was a rust bucket, fully restored. Stepfather rebuilt it, and then it sat. I think he put maybe like 450 miles on it the whole time he had it, which was like, what, 12 or 13 years. So that's probably why the seals are going bad. And then I drove down to Utah, and I think after sitting for so long and going through that many miles, it started leaking, and the seals were kind of, probably not in the best shape. So that needs to be addressed. Also, what is this? Is this supposed to be some kind of seal, but it only goes like halfway? I have no idea. Oh, and it needs a tune because we changed an elevation, so it needs to be tuned, and I don't know how to do that, but I'm gonna learn or have someone else do it. Other than that, she's amazing. She's, I mean, just look at it. Look at how beautiful this car is. I should have washed it for you guys. I don't even know what else to say. I'm just in disbelief that I own this car. I've always loved Z's. This is a car that got me into cars, and it's what got me into Z's, and I had a Z, and now I own this one. So real quick, before we get started on what we're doing today, I'm just going to address what I'm going to be doing to this car. So like I said, lavender wrap. If you don't like it, just wait. Trust, it's gonna look so good. Lavender wrap, de-chrome everything. No more chrome except the wheels. The wheels can stay. For now, I think I'll do different wheels eventually, but I'm actually kind of digging these. I don't like the flat black though. Maybe the centers could be a gloss black. I'll have those powder coated. But get rid of this nasty ass bumper. I'm gonna do a 240 rear bumper conversion. No more chrome there. That centerpiece is gonna be black. Maybe I'll wrap the back of the lip black, possibly. I don't know. De-chrome, 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 de-chrome. Everything blacked out except for the rims. These headlights are honestly really nice, but I would like to do some kind of custom LED RGB, like Jeep style headlights, but I'm just gonna leave them for now. That's down the road. De-chrome front bumper, front 240 bumper. This side has a headlight cover, and I'm honestly really torn. I don't know what I like better. I think it looks really good, but I also just like the look of the normal. Man, that's a tough call. The reason this is broken is because a table saw fell and was dropped on it. So we have a little blemish there in the paint, unfortunately. And it looks like, what the fuck is that? Did someone sit on it or some shit? Oh my God, that's like in there. Do you see that? That's super frustrating, but you can see, like, look at the reflection. This paint is insane. So this is gonna have to be sanded down regardless, and that's another reason I want to wrap it, is because I don't want to have to try and find the exact try and paint match this, and I don't think it's gonna look as good. I don't know, I feel like paint match, you never actually get a perfect match. So sand that down, wrap over it. There's a dent right here on the front fender. You can kind of see right there. You go. That can be pulled out pretty easily, I believe. And then aftermarket radiator, I'm gonna do like a probably aluminum radiator. And eventually down the road, I would love to do a CD09 6-speed swap on this, and also like a VQ35 HR swap. Get a little tune on the 85, maybe run around like 300, 320. I think that would be just like the perfect amount of power for this car. Right now, my butt tells me it's probably about like 280, not 280, oh my God. About 180 to 200 to the rear wheels. And like I said, it doesn't need to be tuned, so I don't know. It feels pretty piss slow, not gonna lie. I do have the front grille for it. It's like nasty yellow as well, so that's gonna be powder coated black and be installed in there whenever I get the chance and or funds. But today we are just going to fix this guy, I guess. Let's just get started. This is gonna suck. I did it last time with 2 people and it was hard. This is gonna be even worse with 1 person. There's no seal there, and I took it to the car wash, like the touchless car wash, and it leaked all on the inside. That was really fun. But basically, what we did last time is we removed this trim. So I gotta lower down the window a little bit. This bolt, and I think that far bolt down there, and then 2 bolts on the top. Take this off, and then get the window out. Once the window is out, I can take the regulator out, and then I can match them and see if they're actually the same. Also, looking at this, you can see, I think the regulator was broke, or it was bent. You can see it's right there. It's like a little bent. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Because the reason I confirmed it's bent, I think, is because these holes are not where they're supposed to be. These are custom tapped. So the slide isn't even sitting where it's supposed to be. And the reason I figured out this was all broken is because the window fell all the way down. It just fell off the rails. And so we're here to fix that. And then we'll have a window. And then, oh, also, we're gonna duct tape that little hose back there, put that back in, and then after that, address the oil leaks, and then it'll be dailyable. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so it's basically that bolt, those 2, 1 on the bottom, and then there's these 2, and then those 2 on top. And I lied, it's not that one, it's just the top one. And then from there you can pull the trim off. Then once you get the trim off, you can kind of scissor the window up, take the window out, and then now we just do these 4 bolts, and that regulator should come out, and then we can hopefully match them up and see if they're the same. I scratched it. There's a couple other scratches already that weren't me, so I'm gonna kill myself. So looking at these 2, you can obviously see where the problem was. So ignore how that's crooked, but follow this one up, follow this one up. This one's a little bent, that big piece. And then look at this thing. It's completely straight except for that little knuckle. Look at that. How did that happen? This was a problem that I had. So because it was bent, okay, these are a little different. So these rails are completely locked in, right? They're locked in there. They won't come off, and they have stoppers on the end. The ones on the window do not. So they would just slide out, and the one in the door panel also does not. So they would just slide out. So it looks like we got the wrong part number, but I think we can make it work. Another thing I noticed is these mounting holes don't line up. So it looks like these will line up fine. Actually, let me check the width. Yeah, the width looks the same as well, here and here, but these are back more. So we're gonna have to drill 2 holes. I guess we can just measure that distance. Yeah, that'll be easy actually. Measure that distance and drill 2 new holes. You can just measure the distance from here to here and then cut it back another however much it needs. Drill there, drill there. That way the hole will be in the correct spot, and we can get this show on the road. All right, here's the plan. So called my friend Poe to see if he wanted to come help me. And he's actually at his uncle's shop right now, who is an actual mechanic. So we're gonna go over there and see if he has any ideas. I think we can make it work. I think if we drill the new holes into the fender, or into the door card, mount it up first, make sure everything lines up, and then mount this and then lower the window down and then bolt it together, we should be able to make it work. We are gonna have to completely grind off these things though. So we gotta be careful doing that. But the problem is, like, once we do this, there's no going back, right? Like we can't reverse it. So, and then I'm stuck without a window in a parking garage that I don't 100% trust, you know, people being there. And I have stuff in the car that I don't want to bring in. So anyway, we're gonna go to Poe's uncle's shop and see if we can finish this up there. All right, we got Poe's shop. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna grind these off, bolt that one onto this, and then we're gonna have to drill 2 new holes right here for the new regulator, and then 2 new holes right here. It's gonna be weird, but I think we can do it. It's gonna be like that. So that's the plan. Okay, so we started drilling, mounted it up, and then Poe found the actual correct part online. I think I saw this part on Z Depot, but it says it's for a 70 or 72 240. But for some reason, that's the one that fits in here. And now that I'm like looking at them close, I can recognize that that's the actual correct part. So I think I'm gonna try and return this one, because I'm pretty sure eBay Motors has, like, if it doesn't fit, you can return it, get your money back. So I'm thinking I'm gonna return this one. And the only reason I wanna do that is because I don't wanna grind off the glides on the window, because if it doesn't work, then it's just gonna be even more time. So I'd rather just order from Depot. I know that their parts come quick, probably be here next week, and then I can just slide it into the original mounts and it'll be good to go. So that's the plan. So I guess thanks for watching this episode. It will be continued soon. We'll get the window done, and then we'll start working on the seals, and we can actually make some more content with it because it'll be drivable. So anyway, thanks for watching. Peace.